everybody. How are you? Good morning. Hope you're having a wonderful morning. So, as you guys can see, I was busy this morning. I was busy with house stuff, but I also took some time to make a new intro. I wanted to do something fun and to honor the time of the year right now. It is summer and it's beautiful outside. And if you're someone and you got the time and you got the energy to go outside, do so. Enjoy the beautiful weather, enjoy the warmth because fall and winter are just around the corner. But we're not here to talk about summertime or fall or winter. We're here to talk about foodie beauty because last night she did a live stream. She went on late. I don't know why she's doing that, but she just is. She went on late. She did a stream that went on for almost 2 hours. She was home alone, and as you can imagine, she was a hot mess. She was talking about doing a charity stream. Interesting. Very interesting because Chantal has been on YouTube for 8, 9 years, and she's never done a charity stream, although she could have. When you're on YouTube and you have a monetized channel, you can't do a charity stream until you reach 10,000 subscribers. That's why you guys never see smaller channels doing it because they literally can't. It just YouTube rules. But Chantal has been at 10,000 subscribers for quite a while. Never done a charity stream, never done any giveaways. Then all of a sudden, FFG's doing a charity stream yesterday. And then all of a sudden, Chantal wants to do one. Interestingly enough, during this talk of a charity stream, she was saying, I still have to make some money out of it. How exactly do you make money with a charity stream, Chantal? The idea is you are doing a stream to benefit a charity or an organization of some kind. It's not to benefit yourself. So it would seem that she's still grifting. There was a lot of grifting talk going on. So I want to sit in and react to her live stream and get my thoughts. And no, I'm not going to be nice to her today. I'm over being nice with Foodie. If she does something good, I will praise her. But until then, I'm going to be spicy rose. So tell y'all what. Y'all know what time it is. It is time for the Twitter peeps. All right, it is time for the Twitter peeps, and yep, I'm all set and ready to go. Let me just switch everything on over. You guys can see everything that I'm seeing. So, for those of you on Twitter and you'd like to follow me on Twitter, there's my handle, Wild Girl Sarah. Now, for those of you that are not on Twitter, that's why I do the Twitter peeps. So you guys can keep up with all the Twitter stuff without actually having to go there. Let's start out with something positive, courtesy of the account Words. This says, I hope you heal from all the things keeping you up at night. And I hope that as well. Anything keeping you up at night, I hope you heal from it. I hope that you find a place of calm and solace. And just keep in mind that whatever it is, it'll be all right. Now, let's move on to Foodie. Always trying says Syria in a nutshell. So this is a screenshot from Chantal's live. It looks like she's down into the basement, living room, kitchen area. And you're probably wondering, what in the world is this? And why is it here? Forgive my ignorance if I am ignorant. I've never seen anything like this before. I mean, I know that there are, you know, things you can set out outside to cook things. I've never seen one this enormous. My goodness. Whatever it is, whether it's for indoors or outdoors, it doesn't look safe. That looks like an accident waiting to happen. And knowing Foodie, an accident will happen. And why in the world is it set up so high? She doesn't have the best of balance. Um, How are you going to cook anything on there? Foodie, your expression matches my expression right now. I just don't see how that could work. And that looks really dangerous. But yeah, there's the live stream. There it is. All right, moving on. Shenanigans says Chantal is ignoring questions in the chat about whether she found the right building to extend her stay. So, for those who are not aware yet, Chantal being in Syria, I have heard multiple times from multiple places that she has to be out within, what, 48 hours? She was only allowed to be there for 15 days, and I think we're at the end of the 15 days. So I don't know if she's going to stay there illegally, if she's going to squat, which would not be a good idea for her, or she's going to be flying home soon. I don't know what her plan is, but under normal circumstances, she has to leave. I don't think she was able to extend her visa. I think she and Salah might have tried to extend her visa in some way, but I don't think that they were successful. So if they weren't successful, either A, she's got to leave really soon and go someplace else, or she's going to be squatting, and I really wouldn't be doing that in Syria if I were her. Shenanigans also says Chantal just said that she's entitled to be in Syria because Salah is Syrian and they're married. She's also planning on doing a charity stream, but I'm not sure that's legal there. Correct me if I'm wrong. Well, the thing is, Chantal, you don't know for sure if you and Salah are legally married. You held up a piece of paper, your marriage certificate. At the same time, you could not read the language on the piece of paper, so you don't know what it's for. It could be anything. He could have had you sign something or given you something. How do you know it's a marriage certificate? How do you really know? Also, in previous Twitter Peep Reacts, I showed many receipts from different people on Twitter who have shown via searches and research that Syria will not recognize a marriage in Kuwait. So even if you and Salah got married in Kuwait, which I doubt, Syria is not going to recognize that. So that's not going to work. And thinking that because Salah is Syrian, that his rights and privileges extend to you just because you are you, nah, that's not going to work either. That's really not going to work. You are deluding yourself into thinking, oh, because I'm with him, they'll just let me stay. No, ma'am. You are a tourist and you got to go home or you got to go someplace else. You really have to go. And as far as the charity stream, I don't think that's legal. You guys have seen all the receipts that I've shown in previous Twitter Peep Reacts that any kind of money making in Syria is forbidden. Unless you have a work permit and you have a work visa. I don't think she has a work permit or a work visa. So just the fact that she's doing YouTube videos and monetizing them is breaking the law. So if they're not going to allow regular YouTube streams and monetizing them on YouTube, if that's breaking the law there, charity streams, it's not going to work. It's no, no, no. All right. Tat Von B says Buffalo doesn't miss a beat. Now she's copying FFG and will be fundraising for a charity. 8 to 9 years on YouTube and has never done a fundraiser. God, she's predictable. So this is a clip from the live stream and let's take a look.
Yeah. So there are so many. Yeah, I'm a fan of coffee. Yes. But I don't have any right now. So there is like there's like so many like old ancient things. Are any of you like history fans? Would be interested? There's like a whole Roman theater Colosseum like ruins. I think that's so cool. The Roman times predate Islam. And I'm thinking of like some of my vlogs, some of my live streams, maybe setting it to all of the proceeds will go towards like some kind of Syrian charities.
Interesting segue to talking about a charity. So we go from talking about Roman Colosseums to switching over to a completely different subject, talking about, oh, I'm thinking about doing a charity stream. Tell me you watch FFG without telling me you watch FFG. She did her charity stream yesterday, and I'm sure you were watching. I'm 1,000% sure you must have been watching her because isn't it amazing that she just did a charity stream and all of a sudden you're coming up with the idea to do a charity stream? Is it because you're getting a lot of heat right now, Chantal? People calling you out and saying that you are being very insensitive and gross over in Syria, stuffing yourself stupid with food in a place where people are starving. There's food insecurity. Food is expensive and scarce. Maybe you're trying to get some of the heat off yourself or make yourself seem better by allegedly doing a charity stream. You're talking about it, but I doubt you're actually going to do it. But you're trying to make yourself seem like you care. Let's see you actually do a charity stream. Talking about it is one thing, doing it is another. I doubt you're going to do the follow through.
So intermittently, I'll look into that. I don't know how to. I've never.
She's not going to look into it. She's far too broke right now to do a charity stream. She's all about making money and putting it in her pocket. She's not about helping organizations and charities with what's going on with them. Chantal's always been about helping herself, never about helping others. Again, she's been on YouTube for 8, 9 years, never done a giveaway, never done a charity stream. Even back when she was making $20,000 to $30,000 a month, she didn't do any charity streams, and she could have.
Never set up a fundraiser on my channel, so I'm gonna try. But basically, any ad revenue would go towards that. So during those streams, if you guys want to super chat more, that would be awesome. Otherwise, I guess just the ad revenue will go towards that to help out a bit. You know?
You know, it's funny. None of us are in Syria. We're over here in the States, but we are not in Syria. Chantal is actually in Syria. She could do more locally to help the people in Syria. All the food she's eating, all the junk food that she's buying, going to KFG for all that unnecessary junk food that her body doesn't need. She could have spent that money on food and distributed it to neighbors or people in town or something and actually given back versus taking. She could provide help and aid locally if she chose because she's actually there. Why not do that, Chantal? Why not take some money out of your pocket and help people locally? I'm sure that you've been noticed. I'm sure that people are watching you. I mean, you're hard to miss. You stick out like a sore thumb. And you running around, spending all kinds of money, buying all kinds of fast food. You don't think people are talking? You don't think people are noticing you? They are. And I'm sure they're feeling a certain kind of way watching you stuff yourself stupid. At the same time, they're probably worried about feeding their families. So if you wanted to help, you could do it locally by buying food and just giving food to people that are your neighbors, people in town. But of course, you're not going to do that. Nope.
Well, I travel with Julia. Yes, she has a passport. Um, I feel still, there was a huge grief period when I had to rehome Sam and BBJ, and I
You can stop right there. Take your funkle foot and put it on the brake and come to a full stop. I was in full grief over BBJ and Sam. Did you forget about the video that you made of BBJ when BBJ was being handed off to the person that we know to be FFT's brother? I didn't see you in full grief. I didn't see you crying. As a matter of fact, when you had the chance to say your final goodbye to BBJ, you handing her off, you let Pete hand her off to FFT's brother. You didn't even do it yourself. Years of her life spent with you. And what did BBJ get? Not even a final goodbye from her owner. Not even one. And Sam? Oh, did you think I forgot about that? Your reaction to giving him away and he was supposed to be the favorite? The night that you gave Sam away, you threw yourself a little pizza party. You weren't crying, you were celebrating. Every time you gave away one of your pets, you were happy. Because in your mind, you were one step closer to being close to Salah. That's all you cared about, was running to your fake, phony, on camera husband rather than the pets that you had for years and loved you unconditionally. So spare me the fake alligator tears, Chantal.
said I don't want, if I can help it, I don't want to go through that again, you know? So
So you're insisting on keeping Julia around as a show prop, even though she hates you. She absolutely hates you. And I'm not saying that as a hater. I'm saying that as someone that I'm a cat mama to Queen Booger. And you can tell when an animal adores their owner, loves them, and is bonded to them. Julia hates you. And I'm sure you've given her a good reason. We've seen the way you treat her on camera. I can only imagine how you treat her off camera. Who knows what you do? But whatever it is you do, you're doing it wrong or you're being mean, and she's not keen to that. So she lets you know, stay away from me, you beast. Not today, Satan. Don't touch me or you're going to get the claws and the fangs because that's what you deserve. But you're insisting on using her as a show prop to make yourself seem like you care about animals when you don't. Ladies and gentlemen, Beezers who might come over here, if Chantal was such a caring cat owner, why is it that when she had BBJ, little BBJ, on top of all the health problems that she suffered with, one of the things that was wrong and had to be corrected when Chantal gave BBJ to FFG's brother, little BBJ had severe mats on her belly, matted fur. And for those who need to know, want to know, a cat's skin is very, very thin. It's like onion skin. That's why you got to be careful. That's why you have to brush them every day. Because if the mats go down to the skin, it can cause infection. It can cause wounds that can be infected. It's bad. Little BBJ had to have the mat shaved off a little at a time because it couldn't all be done in one visit. And here we are with Julia, another cat after BBJ. And she's got mats on her belly. And Chantal confessed that. And why? Because Chantal doesn't brush Julia. She wanted a long haired cat that looked like BBJ. And it seems like she's treating Julia the same way she treats BBJ, with severe neglect and don't even care. Doesn't even care to pick up a comb or a brush and gently get those mats out before they become a problem.
oh I still haven't figured out how to access money, but there might be hope at the end of the tunnel. I don't know. But anyways, if otherwise the money will just be saved for continuing paying off debts because I can still pay my bills,
Is there a reason why she's talking about this on live stream? Her debts are her business. Hasn't she always told us, I want my privacy? Wouldn't personal debt be considered personal and private? Why is she revealing this on live stream? Why is she taking her personal stuff and putting them in front of people? Is it on purpose, Chantal? Is this another way for you to beg, telling people, I'm in debt? I've still got to deal with my debt. There's a lot of people in debt right now, Chantal. There's a lot of people that have money issues or living paycheck to paycheck. No one should feel sorry for you. You are an adult and you should be responsible. And if you cared about your debts, you would have stayed your butt in Canada at that apartment and lived alone and got to work and started paying on your debts. But what you don't do is get in front of a bunch of strangers on the internet and start crying and whining about your financial issues to them in a silent way to get them to give up their money to fix the things in your life that you did wrong to yourself.
and stuff like that. Careful, Griftypants. It's not grifting.
Calling her out. I love it. Careful, grifty pants. Ooh, Chantal. Your beezers aren't stupid. See what happens when you grift too much? See what happens when you scam too much and you use the same tactics over and over? The people that you're trying to grift and scam on, they catch on to your games. They catch on to the patterns. If you're a scammer and your marks catch on to your game, the game is over. It's time to stop playing.
It's the money. It's set up right through YouTube. So it's not me asking for money through PayPal or donations.
But yet I'm asking. This is sneaky what she's doing, ladies and gentlemen. It is sneaky. So, all right. You don't think I see you, Chantal? I see you. I see you. I see you. So let's dissect all this crap. We start out talking about the Roman Colosseum, which doesn't make any sense. Why does she care about that? Why is it even a topic of conversation? Let's just take that part of the conversation and throw it away. Let's just sweep it out the door because it doesn't matter. She's talking about something that does not matter. And then she follows it up with something that does matter. So we're going to follow that up with, I'm going to talk about something that makes it seem like I care about other people. I'm going to talk about doing a charity stream because I am trying to build up this false image of myself like I care about animals and I care about people, although there's been nothing to support her caring about either one. But let's talk about it. Let me put it out there like, I really care, you guys. I really care. So, talking about the charity stream, although notice she's not doing it. I mean, she could have started this live stream and pushed the button because all you got to do is push a button and made the whole stream to benefit a charity of her choice. But no charity stream here. No, we're just talking about it, but we're not doing it. And that leads into the final thing. You are so obvious, Foodie. You are so obvious. You are still grifting. Because you talk about the charity stream, and then that's followed up with, let me talk about my debts. Let's talk about what's wrong with me. Let's talk about how I need money. So we talk about the Colosseum, which doesn't matter. Let's put it away. And then we're going to talk about the charity stream. And oh, this is a great idea. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Talk about doing things for other people. But of course, her being a narcissist. Let's follow that up with, this is what's going on with me, you guys. You should give money to me too. I've got debts. Blah, blah, blah. Nobody cares. You wouldn't have had those debts if you had taken some of the money that you made during Crackhead Olympics and applied it to your debts. Chantal, you could have paid off all of your debt within just a few months with those big paychecks. If you had just applied the money that way versus party favors and food and natter. But because you chose to put the money towards your wants versus your needs, that's why the debt was the way that it was. And that's your choice. And it's nobody else's fault. And it's nobody else's responsibility to fix what's wrong in your life. That's the problem with you now. You've always been coddled. You feel entitled to other people's money. Your mama probably didn't raise you with the backbone and the spine to fix your stuff. She raised you to believe that everybody else should fix your problems. Don't fix your own problems, which has led to you sticking out your hand to other people. Everybody has a set of hands, okay? We were born with hands. Those hands were not meant to stick out at other people for their money. You know what these are for? These are for work. These have the ability to work. So instead of sticking out your hand to other people for their money, take those hands and use them to get to work and fix your problems. Use what you got to fix your problems. Stop asking for other people's money. It's ridiculous. It's stupid. It's unnecessary. You want to be committed to lazy? Be committed. But you get what you get. You don't work, you don't get the reward. And don't look for other people's rewards for their hard work.
It's just you set it up so that I don't know, but I have to check it out. But
You've been on YouTube for 8, 9 years and you've not once checked it out. It would take you all of 5 minutes to find out all the information. So for right now, you're just talking about it. And I guarantee y'all that's all it'll ever be is talk. She talks about a lot of things. She does very few of them. If she does something, it's because there's something in it for her. A man, money, food. You got to motivate her with something. Otherwise, she won't do it. If she doesn't benefit somehow, there's no motivation and she will not get it done. Enigma 2025 says Chantal needs to read Syria laws before doing this, or she could end up like Kuwait again. Syrian domestic law on fundraising under Law 93 of 1958 and its bylaws. Any organization, including charities in Syria, that want to collect funds from the public in person or online. There you go. There it is, Chantal. There's a law that says that you cannot collect funds even for charities. It's a big deal. Enigma 2025 says already starting her next scam. Now she is claiming she will donate any or part of her income she earned from her lives that she will dedicate to Christian charities. Something tells me that's not going to go over well. They just bombed a Christian church. Really? Let's watch.
all the tourist hotspots. Yeah, there's a lot of big Christian population here. It'd be cool if I gave some of my money. Well, that's what I said. Like, I'm going to research, like, go through YouTube. They have a fundraiser thing. I've never done it, so I have to research it first, but that's my intention. And just,
You know what? Since Frenchie did her stream yesterday, if Chantal was interested on how do you do this? How do you do a fundraising stream? Why didn't she research it then after Frenchie's stream was over or while her stream was going on? It doesn't take that long. You just got to push a button. That's it. That's all. If she was so passionate and interested on doing a stream to help other people, why didn't she do her homework last night?
some of my ad, yeah, like, I still need to make a living, obviously.
So it's not a complete charity stream. You're still looking for a way to benefit. You're like, is there a way that I could do a charity stream and only a small part of the money goes to charity and the rest goes to me? Look at her. Disgusting. So it's not even going to be a real charity stream. She's trying to find a way to skim off the top, to do a charity stream that looks like she's doing something for other people, but it's another type of scam. She's trying to scam at the same time she's trying to benefit a charity.
And you know, yeah, there's a lot of big Christian population here. It'd be cool if I gave some of my money. Well, that's what I said. Like, I'm going to research, like, go through YouTube. They have a fundraiser thing. I've never done it, so I have to research it.
I really don't think there's a way that you can like split like percentages of a charity stream. I've never heard of that. I've never seen that with a person in question who is doing a charity stream. Like part of the money goes to them, part goes to charity. The only fundraisers that I've seen, all of the money goes towards an organization, 100%. It doesn't go to the content creator.
First, but that's my intention. And just some of my ad, yeah, like, I still need to make a living, obviously. And, you know, uh, try to do some of the proceeds, like, some of the, maybe a stream dedicated to that, or even if nobody, anything I earn would just go towards that. Like, or like a video I'll do specifically. This will be a
You're broke. If you're over there trying to come up with a scam by saying, I want to do a charity stream, but you're trying to scam, you're trying to make money off of it at the same time, you are broke, and you're disgusting, and you need to go away. All right. So Tat Von B says, so just last week she had trouble controlling her emotions, but this week she's different. Let that sink in, guys. Let's watch.
and Hardee's. I keep getting ads still. I do miss some things about. I do miss Kuwait in a way. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I spent a lot of time there, and when I was there, it was a nice time. Like, it's very comfortable. Um, I liked our little Middle Eastern villa. Hey, Zach.
See, she admits it. She misses Kuwait. She misses the fact that she had an apartment in somebody else's name, that she could do her feedy content, she could do her YouTube stuff. I mean, she was grifting like nobody's business over there. And she thought that she hit the jackpot. She thought that she hit the winning combination doing her streams, doing the super chat goals, doing the fan sponsorships, just thinking of any and every way to make money. And then it all came crashing down.
Swearing was illegal in Kuwait. Um, well, it's in public. Yeah, it's not. It's frowned upon very heavily. So, and I think they kind of let me get away with a lot.
No, they didn't let you get away with a lot. It's not that they knew about you and said, oh, you're foodie beauty. Oh, do whatever you want. We don't care. They cared. It's just that they didn't know about you. You weren't on their radar. But once you did get on their radar, that's when you left. So if what you're saying is true, if they let you get away with stuff, why did you run? If they knew about it and were cool with it, why did you run? You ran because they were cool with it and you were scared of jail time. That's why you left.
But I had trouble, a lot of trouble. Like, I was really having trouble controlling my emotions. Um,
And your mouth. Let's not forget about your mouth.
and raging back at people, and I feel like that's why I thought Canada would just be the best because I can just but and then I thought, okay, I'm coming here, I need to be completely different. I can't be, not just even if I wasn't here, what if I went to Dallas, Texas? Like, I shouldn't be sitting here, especially in a hijab, using foul language at people and engaging in negativity and drama.
Chantal, you were over in Kuwait for 3 years, using foul language, doing the haram behavior, smoking on camera, high on camera, wearing a hijab. So in all the 3 years that you were doing all that behavior and more, it didn't bother you and you never stopped. You just kept going. You just kept getting worse, progressively worse. And all of a sudden you're waking up and, oh, I'm just acting wrong. What caused this awakening?
And everything else. The org is so unprofessional. I don't know much about the law, but I know they crossed the line and acted as their own whole legal system. They can't do. Well, Allah, yeah, I know, but like, it was kind of like, I'm not in my own country, and I just felt like that just was like, you know, like, what the heck? Hey, Andre Marie. I mean, like, I was just really honestly.
Can I tell y'all something about me? Is it just me? I'm one of those people that when someone uses a word, every third word, repeatedly, it gets on my last nerve. It's like nails on a chalkboard. With Chantal, every third word is like. Arr! I don't know why, but it bugs me. It's like an interruption of thought. Just make a complete sentence and use different words. Don't interject a sentence with the same word every third or fourth word. Arr! Don't do that.
To God, just trying to be helpful and do a good thing.
No, you didn't. You were helping yourself. You weren't about helping the kitten. As soon as you got the kitten in hand, the first things that you were talking about was getting money from people for the kitten, even though you hadn't taken the kitten to an actual vet to see if there were any medical costs and what those might be. You were all about, let's get the money first and then make up things wrong with the kitten later.
You know? Yeah, I'm happy. Alhamdulillah. I mean, like, I'm just happy to be alive, honestly. Doesn't take much for me to be happy these days, and that's made a big difference in my life.
Nice try, Chantal. Really nice. Nice try trying to convince us that you're happy. You're not happy. And I'm not saying that as a hater. I just know. I know because I've been watching you for years. And I know you being in Syria, separated from all your fast food, in a place that's really, really hot. You're not comfortable. You are sneak eating. You're cope eating. You're cope smoking. All those are signs to say that you are not happy. So it's time to take the mask off and just be your real self.
Maturing? Well, it's about time. I'm 41. Hamburger Prince instead of Burger King. is there is there really one, Zach? Teardrop love. Really? Anyway, you know, that's how it goes. Nothing can ever come of good can come of was a lot for you guys. They listen to those people who constantly worsen your guys' day. Yeah, exactly. I haven't heard any gunshots in a while. Alcohol is not illegal here because there are places that serve alcohol because there's a big Christian population here. So you can accept a wire from Canada? Really?
Don't give her any ideas.
Okay, I gotta check that out. Maybe I'm just not that resourceful.
You know, I'm gonna call it, and other tarot readers have called it. Neo Tarot has pointed this out. Sunburst Tarot has pointed this out. Something's gonna happen on payday. around about the time of payday. YouTube payday for Chantal is on the 22nd. Let's see exactly when that is. So that would be next Tuesday. So next Tuesday is the 22nd. That's her YouTube payday. Her YouTube paycheck is going to be really, really small. It's going to be baby carrot sized. I don't know if Salah is going to be happy with that. I don't know if she's going to be happy with that. But she's not going to be getting much from YouTube. Something is going to happen on payday. Something she's not going to like. I think she's going to be very unhappy with the check, and Salah's going to be even unhappier.
I don't know if you can take international money out of the ATMs, Marina. That's the problem. They're unreliable. But maybe, yeah, you're right. Maybe something like that. I don't know if they have Western Union. Thanks, Melly, for saying I look nice. Secular Muslims drink too. I don't know about that. Emma and Claire. Shout out to Emma and Claire. Money Grandma Wise. Come back, Hardy's Fries misses you. Hardy's misses you. Yeah, I bet I would order there every single day. Man, not all Christians get crap faced. Oh.
You know, if Chantal ever came back to Canada, considering what's going on with her in Syria, you best believe she would have a B moment of glory. As soon as she got off that plane, as soon as she was walking through the Canadian airport, the B moment would start right then and there. Because what's in an airport, ladies and gentlemen? Fast food restaurants. She would get off the plane with her bag, smell the McDonald's, smell the Burger King, see the Starbucks, and it would get started right then and there. She wouldn't even make it out of the airport. She'd be there for at least a couple of hours, stuffing herself stupid.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I remember going to church when I was Christian and the priest was drinking wine. Santa Fe sauce. There's a restaurant called Roadside Grill that looks good for.
Okay, she's talking about food. We'll just cut it off here and we'll get to it when I get to the react to the actual live. Enigma 2025 says, according to Chat GPT, attempting to collect donations without this license, even on YouTube, would be illegal under Syrian law. Let's watch.
A gypsy. Yes. Marina, portion of the money. Yeah, there's a lot of big Christian population here. It'd be cool if I gave some of my money. Well, that's what I said. Like, I'm going to research, like, go through YouTube.
Okay, I've already watched this. Enigma 2025 says Chantal hasn't learned from the last time both her and Salah got booted from Kuwait for falsely asking people for donations for a cat. She never learned and quickly says, I still need to make some money from it. What? You are asking for donations for a Christian charity. Yep. She's trying to find a way to do a charity stream and still financially benefit. Still trying to scam people. Unbelievable. Enigma 2025 says YouTube Giving, YouTube's built-in fundraising tool, is not available in Syria. Wah, wah. Platforms like GoFundMe or Tiltify may ban or freeze Syria-related campaigns unless routed to international NGOs. The donation is strictly for humanitarian relief. So let's look at the information here. Platform restrictions. YouTube Giving, YouTube's built-in fundraising tool, is not available in Syria. PayPal, Stripe, and most crowdfunding platforms do not support transfers to or from Syria due to U.S. sanctions and compliance risks. Platforms like GoFundMe or Tiltify may ban or freeze Syria-related campaigns unless routed to international NGOs. Bottom line, You won't be able to use most popular donation tools for direct transfers to Syria, but raising funds for an international NGO helping in Syria is possible. So, information to know. Kristen says, I wonder what else Chantal is going to end up paying for. Let's watch.
Instead of just having water, and like at the villa, we had to pay for water. So it's the same thing. We pay for water here every 3 days or so. They come refill the tank for the building, and I think everyone pitches in. Actually, to be honest, I think we pay the whole thing.
Huh. Huh. I think we pay for the whole thing. You think? According to you, even though you and Salah are not going to stay that long, you already forked out $700 for a solar panel, and you're paying for the water, which kind of backs up the feeling that he's fleecing you for money. He is way overcharging you, and he's getting you to pay for everything.
Pay the whole bill.
To be fair, though, Chantal, I don't know who else lives there. I don't know what they consume and what they don't consume, but I'm absolutely certain that you, being an overconsumer, you're extreme with consuming things, that you consume the most of everything: electricity, water, food. I'm sure if there's anybody else in the building, they don't use as much. They're more respectful and conservative, and you're not. So if you're an overconsumer, maybe you should be paying the bills.
Because I was like, because Salah, I said, is it expensive for water here? He said it's about 7 USD every few days. And I said, okay, because it's about this, you have to pay for water in Canada too. It's probably about $80 a month or something. I don't know. So it's not that much money. So I really think that Salah just foots the whole bill.
Girl, you have no idea what things cost over there. He could easily be fleecing you and you wouldn't know.
So, because I said that's for the whole building, he said yes. So, yeah.
All right. Moving on, Kristen says, what could go wrong? Let's watch the clip. Again, I don't think that's safe. I don't think cooking with that indoors is safe. To me, it looks like something that you use outside. I could be wrong. I've never seen anything like that before, but it's a really large burner and it's really high up. Is it supposed to be that way? And she's not really a cook anyway, and she's not careful, and she's wearing a long sleeved abaya, which could easily catch fire. I mean, is is it wise to give someone like Chantal a big burner like that, when she can easily turn into a big old burnt marshmallow? That looks so dangerous. That pot is so high up, and when it gets hot, how is she going to get it down? She could risk spilling something on herself or burning herself. Ugh.
Turn it on low.
Girl, if you don't know how to use something like that, maybe you shouldn't be using something like that. I'm just saying. All right, so this is from Kristen. Oh, she's showing the burner again. All right, well, we'll get to that in a minute. Milk Tea Notoriety Services, hello, Milk Tea, says absolutely no potential for this to go wrong. Oh, no, not at all. Not at all, Milk Tea. There's no way that this could go wrong. I mean, Chantal, she's an expert. She knows what she's doing. She's a pro. No way for this to go wrong. Not at all. Kristen says, listen up, Salah. No real estate business for you, buddy. So here's a comment at the bottom. Leslie says Salah made a comment that he was going to start real estate business in Syria. So that sounds like a long-term stay for me. Huh. What does Chantal have to say about that? Let's listen.
He was going to start real estate business. Now I don't know if he's going to do that, but he was saying, it would be a good idea because this country is just rebuilding, and real estate is very cheap here.
You know what, Chantal? Correct me if I'm wrong, but it sounds like Salah wants to do his own thing. He wants to make his own money and he wants to get away from you. To get away from you, he's got to figure out a way to make his own money so he can detach himself from you to where you have no power over him. If he's tired of you, if he's tired of your crap, if he's tired of your mouth and you being whiny and possessive and controlling, he might be looking at other ways to make money and hustle to where one day he can look at you and go, I don't need you anymore. Get out. I know that you're a woman you do not like for the men in your life to be independent. You want them completely codependent. It sounds like he doesn't want to be codependent anymore. He's tired of you controlling him.
You could probably buy an apartment for like 80,000, maybe 100,000, and then you rent it out. But I said that's not. I don't know.
Well, we'll see what happens. We'll see if she stays there or not. Time will only tell. All right, this is not foodie related, but it was interesting, so I'm including it. Has to do with Amber. Kelly says, I knew it. Karma's a beach. All right, so this person, Megan Olivia Lux, says, I think Emily's dog unalived the cat still. Provoked. This looks like it's Emily replying, saying, don't blame my dog. He doesn't deserve that. He was the sweetest old boy and a big baby. Blame the person who, quote, lost her the day I told her to go back to Oklahoma. Is Emily telling on Amber and letting us know that perhaps Amber lost the cat on purpose after Emily told her to go home to Oklahoma? Amber, if you did that, I hope you step on all the lingos for a month. Okay. Now, this is a blast from the past. Land of the 80s says, who remembers Kmart? I do. I think everybody went to Kmart. It's just part of your childhood. What are you going to do? Yog says, keyboard warrior. I like this keyboard warrior. It's cute. Looking like a baby booger. Look at you, you little thing. I love it when cats do the sideways walk. It's because they want to play. They're trying to play with you. He's got the sideways walk and he's got like the little ears tucked back. He wants to play. Play with him. Oh, you look at that. So sweet. I love kitties. Land of the 80s says, who remembers the ice cream truck rolling through your neighborhood as a kid? I remember it. I remember when the ice cream truck was rolling around the neighborhood, it was an exciting moment. As soon as you heard that jingle music, you were running for the truck. You were looking for it. And you were also running inside the house, begging your mom and your dad to give you money for an ice cream. And if you got a snow cone, you were king. You were the bomb, baby, if you got a snow cone or a Nutty Buddy. But you had to get a snow cone at least once. Got to get that snow cone. Words says, maturity is when you stop asking people why they don't call or text you anymore. You just notice the change and accept it. No drama, no fights. You just walk away with a smile. I like that. I like that. Shenanigans says, Chantal's latest community post. Her neighbors are feeding her. Lord knows she won't return the favor. Yeah, this looks like something that the neighbors would feed her. I think it's beautiful. I see nothing wrong with that dish. I would try it. It looks delicious, but Chantal will probably hate it just because it is healthy. Y'all look at this. Nature is amazing. Teamwork does, in fact, make the dream work. So it's a good idea if you're a goat, I guess, to make friends with the neighborhood donkey because you can use them as a step stool to get to leaves on the tree. Donkey's cool with it. Goats especially cool with it. Teamwork makes the dream work. All right, we're done with the Twitter peeps. Let's get out of here. And we're going to go on to the live stream. And yeah, I'm going to be bumping around a bit. I've got some choice things to say about her and to her. So I hope you guys enjoy this react. And if you do, don't forget to like and subscribe before you leave. So let's get started with her today.
Go live kind of when I get up and I'm ready to go live, you know? Thank you, Melodious. Acidic, welcome. Yeah. Could be, Fran. I didn't check the news lately. Hey, Naughty.
You know, you can always tell when there's not many people in her chat because look, you see how slow the chat is scrolling by? That's bad.
Jack, hello. The cafe looks lovely. Yeah, it was really nice. It was really awesome. Even to just go if you want to go spend some time in AC and have some shisha. Hey, Meller. Thank you. Kitty. You loved it, Barbara? Yeah, I just kind of like accumulated clips and just put them all together. But we haven't actually gone out into Damascus and like walked around.
I don't think that'd be a good idea. But you do what you want to do, Foodie. I don't think it'd be a good idea for you to walk around and film people and film things. That would be disastrous, but of course, you think it's a great idea.
Because we just had an errand to run there. So next time we go, we're going to be doing a lot of walking around. Julie?
Yeah, good luck with that. Next time we go, we're going to do a lot of walking around. Don't talk about it, be about it. You like to talk about things, but you don't like to do things. You're always telling us about what you're going to do, but then you don't do it. I want to see you actually do it.
Julie is okay. Shiara, the KFC food looked a bit busted. It would look different, but it was really good. It was just a lot of grease for me, right? You know, at that time, and I was hot, but it was tasty. Yeah, of course I'm gonna vlog at the shopping. Yes, some people want.
You know, Chantal, you as a person, you are allowed to have a personal life. You do realize that, right? That it is possible to be a YouTuber and have a YouTube channel and do stuff just for YouTube, but when the camera's turned off, have a personal life. Go shopping, go to the movies, go get your groceries, go take a walk, go to the beach, or go to the desert. Do things just for you, where you don't have to be in character. But for you, everything is camera time.
I'm going to change for who I am, and especially Salah that tells me to change my profile. Oh, she wants you to change your profile, Samir? Why? Falafel pita sandwich? I had one the other day. Home tour? Face looking so good after all that movement. Thank you. The sauce looks good, though. Yeah, the sauces were good. It was delicious. A KFG mukbang? Well, I can still do one.
You could do one, but you shouldn't do one. You're in Syria right now, and all you have is a metformin. You don't even have your insulin.
Yeah, trouble. I don't know. I haven't seen any other Westerners. Been stuck at the airport. That's the worst. Oh, you're niqab. Yeah. Well, their culture, Samir, they probably, find it a bit different. You know? No portable AC. You know? What's Salah up to? He is busy doing something this morning that I thought, nah, I'll just stay.
You know, I'm sitting here watching her chat. Her chat is crazy work. because you've got some people in her chat, they know she's a food addict, and they're talking about food to her face, knowing she's going to get hungry for food. And then there are other people like Cherry Lips saying, Chantal, do they have Ozempic there? Do you have that? So you've got some people in the chat that are encouraging her to eat more food, although she doesn't need more food. And then other people talking about Ozempic. And by the way, Cherry, Ozempic is not going to help Chantal. Absolutely not going to help her. And why is that? Because you can experience a little bit of weight loss on Ozempic, but for that to happen, you got to have proper diet. You got to take care of your body, or else the Ozempic can't give you that benefit. And if you do lose weight on Ozempic, it's not going to be that much. And she's hundreds and hundreds of pounds overweight. On top of that, the Ozempic was not made nor designed to stop food addiction. She needs therapy for that. So even if she had 1,000,000 tubes or whatever of Ozempic, it's not going to stop her from having B moments.
Stay home. Because honestly, I have a lot to do. Like, I don't know. I still have no mop. By the way, we did find a proper litter box. No, we don't have Ozempic.
And how long have you been there? How long? You've been there for almost 15 days, and now you find a proper litter box and proper cat litter? You came online and told us that you filled up a box with sand and that's Julia's litter box? And then when Girl World pointed out to you, there are places near you where you can get pet supplies, suddenly you wanted to course correct yourself. Oh, we got proper pet supplies now. We only thought of it 2 weeks later.
Pick here. We don't even have antidepressants here. So, like, we went to the pharmacy and asked, and they're like, no. But we did find a veterinarian. Salam, Cherry Lips. Yeah. The mozzarella sticks were very rich.
What do you need a veterinarian for?
Lily.
Was it because the mats in her fur? Julia wouldn't have the mats in her fur if you just brushed her, stupid.
Yeah, that's up to you, Samir, you know? And yeah, so the veterinarian office had clumping cat litter, a proper box. We got her a pink litter box, and she loves it. So out with that old one. That was just an interim one. And also, we're taking her not tomorrow, but Tuesday. We have an appointment to take her Tuesday. They're going to sedate her, and they're going to give her almost, I think, a full body shave, like a lion cut for the summer.
Again, she's been there for 2 weeks. Took her 2 weeks to get that litter box, to get proper litter for that poor baby, and to get her a lion's cut. In the meantime, Chantal was spending all kinds of money on her food. She did a KFG mukbang. She wanted to feed her face. That was important. And Julia was just an afterthought. And I think the only reason why she's doing anything for Julia is because she made Julia part of her channel, and people have been getting on her case about it.
So yes.
So if it weren't for public scrutiny and public pressure, Chantal wouldn't be doing anything for Julia.
A towel wrapped around a broom. Oh, why didn't I think of that, Melodious? See? Yeah, Triumph, I did. How do we bathe? We have a tub and a shower. But, hey, Katina, because we preserve water and because the shower head is not very good, it's like sprinkles. So it takes a while to shower to do, you know. But, oh well. So, yeah. You got to do what you got to do to adapt. Yeah, exactly, Lily. Hey, Angela. The name Beezers. It goes way back, Mar. It's a long story, but basically had to do with a misbehaving cat I had. Yeah, kitty, I know.
Is she talking about the term beezing? Had nothing to do with the cats. Had everything to do with the fact that way before, YouTube did not ban the word binge. They had no problem with people monetizing videos with that word in it in the title. And then they changed their policies. So Chantal could not put in the title the B word. She had to find another one that YouTube didn't have a problem with, hence the term beezing. And then people who were on her channel, they knew it was code for if Chantal's beezing, that means party favors, that means food. I mean, all of her feedies picked up on that. That if they want to see her go to town on the food, if she says beezing, it's probably going to happen. So it was her workaround to the system so she could still stay monetized and make money off of what she does.
No, it's cold water. Yay, thanks, bonus train rat. I'm gonna have Indomie. I have Indomie. I don't have much food in the house right now because we usually just eat out. So I
That's your fault. No sympathy bone for you. I'm not throwing it to you. This is her trying to look pathetic. Oh, I don't have much food in the house. I don't have much here. And then she follows it up with, because I eat out all the time. Well, there you go. Maybe don't eat out so much. Maybe instead of fast food, get actual groceries. Learn how to cook. Learn how to be conservative with your food. Be smart with it. It's your fault that there's no food to eat. I don't feel bad for you.
have half a bag of chips, Indomie, and a pineapple, which will be my sustenance for today. I'll let them trim
Well, you know what? Feel blessed. I'm sure there are people in Syria who don't have any food that would love to have all of that.
her tail. No, no, no. I don't know if they're gonna shave her whole body, but just definitely under her belly area, because that's where she gets matted the most. Like,
Well, why does she get mad at the most? Because you don't brush her. Why did you get a long haired cat if you had no intention of brushing her?
and I just I haven't been around, and I don't know where her brush is. We got to get a brush.
No excuses. No excuse. She's trying to make excuses why she got mad at. I haven't been around and I didn't have a brush. But you've been there for how long? 2 weeks? And you couldn't say to Salah, hey, I just got here and I'm noticing that Julia's fur is a little bit matted. Can you go get a brush so I can fix this? Maybe I can brush her fur. And if the mat isn't bad, maybe I can cut the mat out so it's not a problem. You never thought of that? Of course you didn't.
By the way, actually, I've just been using a comb. So
I'm sure you're not gentle with it either.
nice, acidic. Thank you. Eating a whole pineapple.
Swag Daddy says you haven't brushed her since you got to Syria. Poor Julia probably wasn't brushed even when she was in Kuwait.
Where have I heard that before? Yeah, this one is like a tiny little pineapple. I don't think I'll eat the whole thing, but actually, I just we have this routine. Well, I have a routine where we have this like giant jug of water, and I fill the water bottles with it, like drinking water, and I fill the water bottles with it. And whenever the sun is going to be strong at around um, maybe 9, I'm going to put them in the freezer. So yeah, and then hopefully that won't blow the solar. Because if it does, I'm SOL. Uh, no, I comb her, but I don't have her actual brush, so I just use a comb. No, Zach. Hey, Sarah. At least you're together. I'd be anywhere with my husband. I wouldn't mind anything. Yeah, exactly. That was my reasoning. You know, my cat, my love, and I can adapt to any situation. I guess you know.
You're not adapting very well. You're not adapting to the situation that you're in. And you're not being respectful either. And that's what sucks about you. You're in Syria, you're not being respectful, not at all. And it's disgusting and gross.
I think. I don't know. Just got to be creative about stuff. You know. When are y'all moving to the house? I don't know. Hopefully very soon. Hey, Emmy.
Why do I have this feeling that Salah is going to take all her money and ghost her? Why do I have that feeling? I'm telling you, Chantal, he's still mad about everything that happened in Kuwait. He is still angry. And you're crazy if you think he's not. This might be his revenge, bringing you to Syria and having you suffer and blowing up your life the way you blew up his life.
Sometimes it blows the solar when we plug it in. It blows the battery out, so we have to reset everything. You had Burger King? Nice. Hey, Private Dancer. What did you have? I wonder if they have a knockoff Burger King. I'm not sure.
I am so tired of hearing about food. It's so boring. Chantal, talk about anything besides food.
Been checked. I gotta do some dishes. Uh, eh. I don't know. I haven't been in an actual like grocery store, so
Time to learn.
I'm not sure if I can. I'm not sure.
You know, you can always tell that Chantal spends her day doing nothing. Because most people, if you ask them, what did you do today? They could give you a whole laundry list of stuff they did. Oh, I went to work and I did this and this and this. Chantal can't name exactly what she did and in what order, which means she does nothing all day. For someone who's so busy, she does nothing.
I managed to do.
Oh, this information, Swag Daddy says hopefully Juice doesn't have any sores or bruises from her mats under her fur. It is very common with severe matting. See, that happens with severe mats. They get down to the skin. It can cause sores, open wounds. It hurts. When their hair gets matted up like that, it hurts. It pulls on the skin. It's so painful.
Some laundry, but the washer is just it's yeah. I needed some help because you know it wasn't hell. Well, that's okay. Eat off paper plates. Can we get another Sagittarius Shorty impression? No way. No, she was offended by the first one, so you do it. You do what yo mama and get her after you. It's hard by hand. Anything is harder by hand, yeah. With carpal tunnel, yeah. The little Timu washers, yes, Vanna. Hey, Sammy. Thank you, Evie. Hey, Beezus. She says she's the Queen of Canada. Well, then if she's, that's what she wants to be, that's good. I grew up rather poor. My mom used to wash our clothing in the bathtub when we had nothing else at work. You got to do what you got to do. I tried and I'm just like, the process. So I think the washer is okay now, but we'll see. There's somebody in this building that knows how to get it to work. I don't know. She was like pouring bottles of water in the area where you put the soap. I don't know if it's just like there's like a problem with it filling with water. I don't know. But the spin cycle, the spin and dry was okay. And then they lent us this like big rack, and I just hung the clothes on it, and it dried within like a couple of hours. It was like pretty quick. So, leash, thank you. Not her normal personality. Washing clothes by hand is cathartic. Hello, Gigi. Thanks, Serena. Should we go do the dishes now? Uh, hungry? Um, yeah. No, we ate that here.
I think that Chantal, she talks about food a lot and she brings up food a lot, not just because she's a food addict and her mind is always fixated on food, but it just occurred to me that the reason why she's always talking about food is because she needs something to talk about to fill up the space. Because when people come in the chat and they're asking questions that they're interested in, like if she doesn't talk about food, then she would have to answer more questions about, are you going to be in Syria for a long time? When are you going to leave? Where are you going next? She really doesn't want to address that stuff. She doesn't want to answer those questions. So, to keep people from asking or to divert away from those who are asking, is like we're just going to pivot away from answering those questions and just talk about something that nobody really cares about.
So we ate that here. So I was at home, but like Salah picked it up. Somebody. So if we go visit people, if we bring like food when we go visit, we usually bring like some desserts.
Chantal, you don't visit anybody. Because if you did, if you had visits with other people, you'd be using them for content. You'd be talking about the experience of spending time with people and having a meal and what it was like. And you're not going to sit down and have a meal with people. You know that you have no home training when it comes to sitting down and having a meal with other people. You know this, and you are ashamed of yourself. You don't want the stares from other people shoving food into your face. So please stop telling us the lies about visiting other people and eating with other people because we know it's not true.
Uh, Chicken, like we'll pick up grilled chickens and everything. Hey, normal set. I don't know, yo mama. That's weird. Weird nitpicking. I don't talk to Amberlynn. No, I haven't talked to her in a while. Hey, Vanessa. How are you? Yeah. You see a lot of AC units, but those I think were from pre-war times. And I don't think that a lot of them are probably functioning now, but anyways, there's a new layer of dust on my counter, so I gotta go clean it. And
No, there's not a new layer of dust. You never cleaned it off to begin with.
I think I'm going to yeah, I have my diabetes meds right now. There we go. So yeah.
So we're not even 20 minutes into the stream. Am I wrong to feel this, y'all? But even though this stream went on for almost 2 hours, like 5 minutes shy of 2 hours, it's like she's already run out of things to say. We're not even 20 minutes in, and it's like there's so many pauses and silences, and it's like, did you run out of things to say, Foodie? It's like you got the mindset of, I want to get this stream as long as possible, and yet I don't know what to say. So I'll just wait for the chat to bring up stuff, and then I'll just feed off their lead and just run up the meter. And see, people in the chat are asking the pointed questions. That it to sin says, when are you leaving Syria? Yeah, when are you leaving, Foodie? Answer that question. Don't talk about food anymore. Answer that question.
Cleaning agent? What do you mean, like cleaners? Eating out is cheap, yeah. I'll say like a lot of the things like day-to-day living stuff is pretty affordable. Like fuel is expensive. On par with Western prices like in Canada. Cigarettes are 50 cents a pack of 20. Um, what else? What else? Hey, Angelfly.
So if cleaning products are cheap, if a lot of things are cheap, and you've got nothing to do, you're just in one room, Foodie. Why haven't you cleaned it? Make it look as nice as you possibly can. I don't get that. I don't understand. If you're living in a space and you're there all the time, make it as clean as you can. It just makes you feel good if you have a home or a living space that's clean and neat. It doesn't help you feel good emotionally or mentally if your space is dirty. So she's not feeling good. She's having problems with her emotions. Why not get up and clean, and that might help you feel better.
Um, yeah, food is pretty cheap, pretty affordable. Like even more so than Kuwait, I would say. So yeah, it goes like Canada, Kuwait, then Syria. Teardrop, hello. Good morning. I know it's night for you guys. That's the only thing I freaking don't like anymore is the time difference. The chicken and fry sauces look yummy, but I question those mozzarella sticks. Yeah. They were good though, Lily. They tasted like mozzarella sticks, but well, I don't know about after yesterday out eating all that rice. Thanks, Mary. Probably just like, not use just different lifestyle, you know what I mean? So Carla Joe, 11:30. Hello, Carla Joe.
Here's another point to question. Marina says, did you ever find the right office so you wouldn't have to leave in 15 days? Yeah, answer that question, Foodie. These are the things that people really want to know. You're avoiding the important questions because you don't want to answer. So you just babble about nothing.
Too much heat wave? Oh no. No AC either. Who's in the no AC club? Probably not many people, hey? Just soak it up, Goral. That's all I can do. Just watch Jawbreaker. Oh my gosh, I remember that movie. Another one with Rose McGowan. You know, you don't think you can handle no AC, but if I can do it, you could probably do it. Thanks, Power Girl. My health can't take heat. Yeah, unless you have like extreme. I mean, yeah, health. It depends on your health conditions too, for sure. Teardrop. A small electric fan. Yeah, same here. Well, I have a big fan too. I'm happy with it 100 degrees at the beach and pool.
I'm trying to get past all the boring parts. Unfortunately, there's a lot of boring parts in this one.
Yes, she has a passport. Um, I feel still, there was a huge grief period when I had to rehome Sam and BBJ, and I said I don't want.
Shut up. Just shut up. Shut up. You never grieved over your pets. You never missed them. Shut up. Shh.
If I can help it, I don't want to go through that again, you know? So, I still haven't figured
It was Swag Daddy that made the comment. Careful, Griftypants. I like that.
out how to access money, but there might be hope at the end of the tunnel. I don't know. But anyways, if otherwise the money will just be saved for continuing paying off debts, because I can still pay my bills, like, you know, and stuff like that. Careful, Griftypants. It's not grifting.
It is. Because you're trying to configure a way to turn a charity stream into a moneymaker for you, Griftypants. Who thinks like you? Who thinks I'm going to do a charity stream on YouTube, but I'm going to get something on the back end? That is just straight greedy, gluttonous, twat waffle behavior. If you do a charity stream, you're doing it for a charity or an organization. You're doing it out of the kindness of your heart and because you want to provide help for said organization. You're not looking to get anything out of it personally. You're not looking to fatten your wallet. But here you are trying to figure out a way to get something on the back end for yourself. So, Beezers, pay attention to this. This is important. This is the way she thinks. I'm going to do a charity stream, but I need to make money at the same time. Me, 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 me. It's all about me, right, Chantal? It's all about me. I'm not going to do a charity stream unless I get something out of it. Narc behavior.
The money, it's set up right through YouTube.
Yep, that means you don't get it. There's no way to set up a charity stream where you're getting part of the revenue, ma'am. YouTube don't work like that.
So it's not me asking for money through.
Ooh, let me just go off on you. It's not me asking for money. It's me trying to find a way to scam for money without outright asking for money. I'm going to use an organization as a way to scam money. You didn't learn your lesson in Kuwait, did you? You snatched a kitten off the street and immediately you were asking for money. And then when you got called out for it by Pause, you tried going to them and thinking, oh, I can just pay them off. You messaged them and said, yeah, I'll give you the $70 or whatever that you made from all that. You confessed to a crime. You confessed to breaking the law. So you used an innocent little life to put money in your own pocket. And then when you got busted, you thought you could just pay people off to shut them up. And here you are in Syria trying to use some kind of organization to scam. And you don't have to do all that. That's the crazy thing. That's crazy work. You don't have to do all that. Just go home, be your real self. You'll make plenty of money. So they're trying to come up with all these quick money cash schemes, scamming people, scamming your beezers. Just go home and work with your own two hands. Stop holding your hand out and saying, give me what you have. Make something for yourself. You are not a child, and people need to stop treating you like a child. You are 41, not 4. The people that are enabling you, coddling you, sponsoring you, need to stop. It's time. It's really time.
through PayPal or donations. It's just you set it up so that I don't know, but I have to check it out.
Yeah, go ahead and check it out. And then once you figure out that you can't split the proceeds between yourself and the charity of, or organization of choice, you won't do the charity stream. I guarantee it. Once you figure out that you can't get part of that money, you won't do it at all.
But I'm going to investigate it thoroughly, yes.
Go ahead. You're not going to get anything that way.
You have a spider called Keith Richards? He doesn't talk.
There you go. Swag Daddy says it's just asking for money in a different way. Thank you for saying that because that's true. It's just another kind of scam.
Keith Richards is still kicking, isn't he? Mashallah. The currency in Syria is Syrian
Imodium says, have you cleared this with the area that you're in? No. No, she's just broke and greedy and wants other people's money.
pounds. Yeah, I know, right, Marina? It's not asking for money though. Like,
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And you told on yourself. You said, I'm going to do this charity stream, but I've got to make money. I've got to make money on this. I've still got to earn a living. I've seen other people on YouTube do charity streams. Again, I haven't seen any charity or organization stream, some fundraiser, where the content creator in question said, I'm going to get something on the back end. Chantal's the only one who thinks this way.
like it's basically just your ad revenue goes like whatever you earn for that video, you're going to earn money anyway, right? So that's not grifting. So yeah. Melly!
Cowpat says, you just asked for super chats. Mm-hmm. You bees are seeing it now? Are you seeing the gluttony and the greed and the scamming at work? I hope you see it. I mean, it's right there in your face. I don't know how you can't see it.
Hello! What's going on, girl? Bruce Springsteen? What? You guys are funny. Thought it was lentils. It's a direct deposit. Exactly. It goes like direct from your earnings to the charity. So there's no me in the middle.
But you're trying to put yourself in the middle. You just said, I got to make money on the back end. I'm, like, I got to make my living. You want some of that money to go to you. Chantal, you are so greedy and you're so broke. Let's just say you did a charity stream for an organization. Let's just say you did one. And the charity stream for the organization in question raised, let's just say $3,000 from your Beezers. You would hate it. You would hate knowing that your Beezers gave $3,000 to something that was not you. All the while you'll be thinking, I wish that money were mine. I need that money. I could use that money. And it's going to somebody else. You'd be mad the entire stream, knowing that you couldn't touch that money.
And even so, like any money that I've gotten before has gone directly to whatever I said it would.
No, you didn't. No, it didn't. Ma'am, hello. Remember when Vegan for Life gave you $300 in super chats for the purpose of taking the cats to the vet? Practically a free vet visit. They sent the super chats for the purpose so BBJ and Sam could get medical care. And what did you say? You said, oh, you gave the money to me. I can do whatever I want with it. The cats never went to the vet. So no, you can't be trusted with other people's money.
Like even posting receipts, so whatever. It's only haters that have an issue and they can, what they can do. I don't care.
And you know what you can do too. And you know where you can go. And they don't serve ice water there.
Take your money and come home to it is civilized here. What are you talking about? This is where civilization started. Like, anyway, check if it's legal. You guys don't realize that this is post-war Syria right now. Like, maybe when the Assad regime was still going, there was bans on YouTube, all kinds of social media apps. Right now, there's like an interim government that has more important things to worry about than somebody just trying to help people or just trying to do positive vlogs and make their country look.
So basically, what she's saying, y'all. Oh, and that's a great face right there. I got to get that face. Y'all, give me a second. She's photogenic today. I can't. You guys know I love photography. I like to collect the many expressions of foodie beauty. That's a great thumbnail. Where's my thumbnail? I got to make it later when I post this react. I like that expression for the thumbnail. Anyway, but what was I saying? I forget. Now I lost it. Brain fart. Brain fart. I'll remember in a second. Let me go back so I remember. Hold on. There's another great face, but later.
Started. Like, anyway, check if it's legal. You guys don't realize that this is.
Oh, I remember now. I remember. The brain fart is over, and I cleared the air in my brain, so I remember. What she's saying, y'all, is she was in Kuwait and she was comfortable doing the stuff that she was doing because they didn't know about her. But once she was found out, then she left. So now her attitude is, I'm in Syria. They don't know I'm here yet. I'm not on anybody's radar. She feels a bit safer because she's not on anybody's radar, or so she thinks. Chantal, I wouldn't be so sure about that. I wouldn't be counting on that to keep you safe. That's just my opinion.
This post-war Syria right now. Like, maybe when the Assad regime was still going, there was bans on YouTube, all kinds of social media apps. Right now, there's like an interim government that has more important things to worry about than somebody just trying to help people or just trying to do positive vlogs and make their country look like the beautiful place it is.
So she's trying to seem like the savior of Syria. I'm coming to Syria and I'm doing good for Syria. I'm helping Syria. Are you? Nah, you're helping yourself. You're in the country, you are working illegally. You don't have a work permit. You don't have a work visa. You're making money there when you shouldn't be. You're eating up all the doggone food. You're not giving any food back. You're not helping the citizens of Syria. You're helping yourself. So please stop with the savior complex.
Low. I don't know why people are so negative, but if you're negative like that and you just want bad things to happen, then you have an issue, and I'm just ignoring you. Exactly. Just worry about you because of what happened in Kuwait. Well, what happened in Kuwait was insane, but
Yeah, and you caused it. Let's not forget that part. You caused that to happen.
it's different, you know? Like, I don't know. I'm just like living my experiences. Um, it's not a
Average hot dog says it's not about negativity. It's about making sure you're safe. Yeah, people concerned, are you safe? Are you safe, Chantal? Should you be doing stuff like that in Syria? Should you be collecting for a charity? Like the people are simply asking, like, do you know what you're doing? Are you sure it's okay? Her beezers are expressing concern, but she's taking it as negativity.
holiday. I'm just here with my husband. He's a Syrian. He lives here legally, and I am entitled to be with him here.
No, 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 no. No. You just said it. He's Syrian, and he's legally he is it's legal for him to be there. But just because it's legal for him to be there, it doesn't mean it's legal for you to be there. You said something important. You said, I'm entitled to be here. You feel entitled to be with Salah just because he's Syrian. But he can be there, but you can't. You need to get that through your head. You're not entitled to anything. Syria owes you nothing, nothing at all. You need to stop with that entitled attitude.
Please be positive. Yeah. Uh, Actually, we're not going to be filming in the house or around the house at all. Just for safety reasons or whatever, just privacy reasons, actually, mostly. But I'll probably find a nice streaming spot where I can stream, interesting things with you guys. And then most of the filming and stuff will probably be done outside.
Where exactly are you going to film that you're allowed to film? Are you going to film out in the middle of the desert where there's no one? Maybe. But if there's people and children around, that's not going to go over very well at all.
Thank you.
And you really should not be putting the citizens of Syria nor their children on camera for your YouTube channel for monetized content, Foodie.
Miss Lychee. Get my heart cath done Monday and should not be getting a surgery date. Oh yeah, Melly. I thought you already had your surgery, and I was like, but no, you'll have a husband and cat to spend money on. Well, no, I have a life to spend money on, right? Like I don't know if you guys just think that we live off solar power, but here, Sana. Mm.
Ooh, interesting information. Dr. Agathon Carver says you deleted the old Titanic mukbang. But why? That was a long time ago, and she did that in Canada. Why did she delete it?
Yeah.
Swag Daddy says, don't you think it would be better just to link the specific organizations so people can donate straight to them? Yeah, that would be a great idea, wouldn't it? Then people would know the money isn't going straight to her, it's going straight to the charity. If Chantal did not want to be accused of grifting or scamming, that could be a way to do a charity stream. Then no one would have a single argument about whether she's getting the money or not. There'd be no way for her to get the money. But again, she's not going to do a charity stream unless she gets something out of it. So it's not about the charity itself or helping the charity. It's about finding a way to help herself. She's just using a charity or an organization as a cover for what she's really doing.
No, there's no Amazon. There's none of those things here. Now maybe eventually, but it'll be years.
Private Dancer says, I don't think you should mukbang in Syria, nor do I. It's gross, it's disgusting, it's inappropriate, shouldn't be happening.
Yet before there's more stability, more things like that, So, oh, Melly, that's okay. That's so weird. Some of you aren't getting the notifications. That's a bit problematic, The waiter. Family for 4 meals. Yours isn't even a mukbang, it's normal size meals. Yeah, I try to just eat.
Okay, trauma drop. Somebody in my comments called teardrop trauma drop. And I like that. I like the change of name. Trauma drop says yours isn't even a mukbang, it's normal sized meals. Yeah, normal sized meal for like 6 people. If there were 6 people eating the amount of food that she puts out on the table, it would be normal size because a bunch of people could only eat so much. But if you got one person eating the portion of like 6 people, that ain't freaking normal. trauma drop.
Very modestly now. Yeah, I'm gonna have Indomie for breakfast. I ate last night.
Who cares? No, don't care about the
I have
food.
like one main meal a day, and then
Shut
sometimes
up.
I have, and they sell really cold slushies. Oh,
Still talking about food. This person, Dr. Agathon Carver says reaction channels have to get weight loss surgery to own Chantal. They're losers. Um, Dr. Agathon Carver, have you been smoking something today? Are you on something? Are you high on something? We already own Chantal, and not because of weight. And weight ain't got nothing to do with it. Chantal's weight is her issue to deal with or not. We already own her. We have better lives than what she's got. She may make more money than some of us, but we have better quality lives. We've got our health. We can go out and do things. Ma'am or sir, I don't know how to address you, Dr. Agathon. I don't know if you're a male or female, but I don't need weight loss surgery. Now, I've seen other reaction channels that are smaller than Chantal, healthier than Chantal. I don't need the WLS. I'm 5'3", about 140 pounds, 135, something like that. I haven't stepped on a scale lately, but I can walk anywhere I want. I can do whatever I want. Chantal is 5 feet tall and weighs almost 600 pounds. To put things in perspective, doctor, my normal intake of food calorie wise is about 1,200, 1,500. Chantal, in order to maintain 500 plus pounds, she has to eat between, I would say, 6,000, 8,000 calories a day. That's just to maintain the weight. Now, if she did a calorie deficit, she would start to lose weight. If she goes over, say, 6,000 or 8,000 calories, of course, she's going to gain weight. And she's been gaining so much weight, she's busting out of her doggone clothes. But again, to put things in perspective, since I eat between 1,200, 1,500 calories a day, and she eats between 6,000 and 8,000, in one day, she eats about 4 or 5 days worth of meals for me. Okay? Okay. So I don't think we need weight loss surgery. I really don't think so.
it's so good when it's hot. So I'll have like either a slush or a cold cola. You know, I'm like what the heck? Hey, Andre Marie. I mean, like I was just really honestly to God, just trying to be helpful and do a good thing.
Yeah, help yourself. Do a good thing for yourself.
You know. Yeah, I'm happy. Alhamdulillah. I mean, like I'm just happy to be alive. Honestly, doesn't take much for me to be happy these days, and that's made a big difference in my life. Maturing. Well, it's about time. I'm 41. Hamburger Prince instead of Burger King. is there is there really one, Zach? Teardrop love. Really? Anyway, you know, that's how it goes. Nothing can ever come of good can come of there's a lot for you guys. They listen to those people who constantly worsen your guys' day. Yeah, exactly. I haven't heard any gunshots in a while. Alcohol is not illegal here because outside grill that looks good for in Damascus. How are you guys finding all these things and not me?
Because you're not looking for them. You're in the area, and even though you're on your phone all day, you can't do like the Google Maps thing to find out where you are and where things are in the area and what's available. It's too hard for you.
What the heck?
I mean, Chantal, I just moved to the place where I'm at right now. And that's what I was doing. I was on Google Maps, like looking up my address and looking to see what stores and stuff were nearby to go get stuff. And I can do it, but you can't.
Hey, Missy Med. Oh,
One moment. Okay, let's keep going.
We need a lot of exploring to do, that's for sure. The Kia doesn't miss me. I miss the Kia sorta.
The Kia doesn't miss you. Even if she had the Kia, not to be rude, but she outgrew the Kia. She even outgrew the Sherry. She's at a size where she would need an SUV or something bigger so she could drive.
I wish that Google. I'm not very resourceful. It's no lose.
That's obvious. And that's a shame. That's a real shame that you're not resourceful. It's a shame that you're resourceful when it comes to thinking of ways to get other people's money and scam people and lie to people and steal from people. And that way, to get something from others, you'll get resourceful, you'll think of ideas. But when it comes to your actual survival and living and being independent and being strong for yourself, you are not resourceful at all. Sad. 41 years old, doesn't know how to take care of herself.
Loose caboose. The loose caboose. I haven't eaten there since like high school. It's okay to drink wine, you're just not supposed to get drunk. That's the difference, yeah, Laura. Are you planning to stay in Syria forever? No, no, no. Just here for now. You should ship your Sherry car. We already sold it.
No, you didn't. There's no way you sold that car because the car was leased. How could you sell a car if you don't have the pink slip? You need the pink slip. You need the slip of ownership to sell the car. And considering how you trashed the car, who's going to buy it in that condition? No one. You defecated on the seat. You destroy the inside of that car. No one's going to buy it like that.
Remember the ketchup mustache in the Kia. The hot sauce. No, I'm not here for good, guys. Keep up your positive energy and sharing how beautiful Syria is. It's sad that children still have no life of their own. Stay positive. Thank you, Virginia. Thank you. I know how to use Google, but
And I don't know who this person Angel Fly Kisses is, but man, talk about dumping personal stuff in people's laps. For the last 10 minutes, they've been just dumping all this crazy stuff in chat. Angel Fly, are you okay? Seriously, are you okay? Like, why are you typing all this stuff in chat? Like, here's an example of one message. Angel Fly Kisses says, I don't lure younger men. Are you high? LOL. Don't try to make me out to be the lure. My butt stays indoors. I can help that they find me. I just write. I don't go skeezing around. And for what reason are you saying that in chat? Like I said, are you okay? Something's wrong with you.
I don't think I've ever just like Googled Western restaurants. Maybe I didn't Google enough. I had not had enough time to like do anything. That's why I'm not cooking here, buying pods, cow pat. Although all of those things,
Chantal, even if you were to stay 10 years in Syria, you don't cook. You don't like to cook. You use the excuse of not cooking and not knowing how to cook or wanting to cook as a reason to get more fast food.
things I could bring with us, but it's really hot to cook and everything. I don't know. It's not like he's 18. The mozzarella sticks, I'm craving some actually.
Mo Money says if Salah is fixing his family home, he must be planning on staying long term though, right? Yeah. Wouldn't that make sense? I mean, why fix up the family home if you're not going to be staying there that long? On that note, I would like to just put my 2 cents in, if I may. So here's my thoughts about the whole Salah and Foodie situation. Chantal is, for all intents and purposes, his sugar mama, and he is her sugar baby. And if you're a sugar baby and you have a female benefactor, which she's acting as right now, if you're the sugar baby and you're looking at your sugar mama and you're seeing that they are in very bad health, that anything could happen to them at any time, how are you going to handle that? What might be happening is he might be looking at Chantal and saying to himself, this woman might be bedbound really soon. She's got lots of health issues. Her feet are purple. Her fingertips are purple. She might be really close to going into a hospital or worse. So, as a sugar baby, meaning him, not me, but as a sugar baby, he might be saying to himself, I'm going to get all I can out of her before something happens. Like just encouraging her to give him as much money as possible, fleecing her as much as possible to get every dime, dollar, nickel, and penny before she arrives at a place where she can't make any more money or she might be 6 feet under. So there might be an urgency in him to get all he can before something occurs and then the money dries up. Just go to the well and draw out as much water before it becomes dry.
Fast food restaurants. Amaya. Oh, Amaya ice cream is where. Remember in my video I had the strawberry slush. They make their slushies from real fruit. Sometimes there's like a septic smell throughout the building. I don't know. And then it just goes away. It's a different system. I don't know what their system is like for. Been up since 5 a.m. Lemon oil. Oh, where am I gonna get that? Can I just rub a lemon on myself?
She keeps scratching at herself. I'm wondering if she's getting bit up by fleas or sand fleas or because those hurt. And can I just say, Chantal, and I know this may sound mean for me to say it, but I have to say, I am enjoying your misery. I'm enjoying watching you be miserable. And why is that? Because it's not so much about the misery itself. I'm enjoying watching you go through the consequences that related to your own actions and your own bad choices. I'm enjoying watching everything play out the way that it does. You made the bad choices, you put them into play, and now you're dealing with the consequences and the back end of making said bad choices. I'm enjoying the fact that you're not doing so many mukbangs anymore. I like that. Really didn't like the food eating content. It's self harm content. I'm not digging it. But I'm enjoying you dealing with your own bad choices. It's great. It's honest. It's fantastic.
No, it's not swollen anymore. It was swollen that day because I'm just adjusting to the heat. But the more I'm here, it was my foot hasn't been that swollen.
Oh, yeah? Show your foot then. You won't show your foot. You keep showing the other foot, but not the really swollen one.
A dryer sheet, really? I don't even have those. Camel spiders, no. Benadryl, gal. Get Febreze. We don't have Febreze. They might have a Syrian equivalent. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes my Chigger. Oh, yeah, there's Chiggers here.
Ooh, if there's chiggers there, man, those things suck. They suck.
Chiggers is the name of the bugs. I think it's called sand fleas. Wishing you all the luck, my favorite streamer I've been watching since my freshman year at Ottawa U. Hope you find a place that truly feels like home you deserve. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Appreciate it. Use bees or spray. Tobacco? Yeah, there's a dart here. I can probably do it. Oh, they live in grass. I heard that there's chiggers here too, which is not healthy, but man, I love it so much.
Ah, so information about chiggers for those who don't know what they are. Strick says chiggers don't burrow into the skin. They are microscopic mites that attach to the skin and feed on liquefied skin cells. Yeah, but I've dealt with chiggers before. They hurt. They suck.
And they cook a lot of the stuff like you see on my. A lot of the time, like they'll cook like maybe rice or bulgur or frika with
Yeah, healthy stuff. They're cooking healthy stuff and you can't stand it.
meat and peas and stuff like that. Drain flies. I should cook puts in. I'm gonna see if I can, but any women your age? Yeah. I don't smoke cigarettes, but sometimes shisha. But I don't. We don't have a shisha here, so sometimes if there's shisha available,
Chantal recently did a live stream. You're down there in that area by yourself. I haven't heard Salah that much. I heard it maybe once. And we saw that ashtray overflowing with cigarette butts. You're smoking down there.
I'll smoke it. Or if we get invited somewhere and they have shisha, yeah. But we all share. We all share the hookah. It's not
Yeah, I'm sure you hate that, sharing the shisha.
like you each have your own. My friend from Syria always drinks yerba mate. Yes, we go for on. You bought a membership offline? Well, ready, set, rebees. Rebees. Thanks, Malala. Thank you, Teardrop.
Laura Stevenson says, I thought you had to leave soon. Well, she should be leaving right about now because her time is up. But it's up to Chantal whether she wants to overstay and get herself in trouble or get gone when she's supposed to.
No, you are. Who needs a TV when you have your phone? Yeah. The only thing it's good for, I guess, is to watch movies together. Or I thought you had to leave soon. Well, I don't know. More Indomie? A weight loss camp? Both, Alexis. No, we don't plan on staying here.
That's what you think. He might plan on staying there. He might be planning on it, and you don't know it yet.
Less swollen in the face? Thank you. Wow, a compliment. Get yourself some food. Mary. Yeah, I do want to go to Aleppo. I hope we can go. This date, Swag Daddy, creamy, melt in your mouth. No way, she says. Like, would you go to? Can I turn the fridge on yet? It's only 8.
So she keeps avoiding the question. People keep asking it. Lisa P is asking the question yet again. Why fix up the house if you don't plan on staying long term? She's not answering that question.
When the sun is strongest, at what time? Maybe I'll turn the fridge on at 10. I don't want it to blow a fuse. It's not that expensive, but maybe for some of the neighbors it is. You know, few like 7 USD is probably a lot for like the average person. So, you know, so it's not really a big deal. It's not too bad right now, actually, but I'm sure it'll get hot. Ugh. So during the hottest time, do you know how much weight you've lost? No.
No, of course she doesn't. Listen, as crazy as it sounds, I don't think Chantal's lost any weight being in Syria. She's only been there for 2 weeks. And we saw how she was eating. As long as she's been eating nothing but healthy food. But 2 weeks, how much weight could Chantal lose in 2 weeks, realistically? Not that much.
I don't know. You have no.
Maybe her face looks a little less swollen because she's not eating a bunch of fast food that has sodium in it, which would cause her to retain fluid. So she's not really losing weight. It's just that she's not so bloated from the sodium.
No scale is why is there no Kentucky Fried Nashi? Yeah, I talk to my family every day, Miss Casual Vlogger. Least favorite airport. We don't have livestock. Okay, Missy Met. Hello, Natalie from Argentina. Walaikum salam, groomer. My least favorite airport. Do that. A lot of people probably do. Kentucky Fried Good. Oh. All right, time to do dishes. No more procrastinating. Thirsty. I gotta refill this bottle now. Box. Do you like your new pink box? Hey.
Look where Julia is. She's across the room. Why is it when I see Julia, she's so far away from Chantal? Chantal, I have to ask, what did you do to that cat to make her hate you so much? You must have done something.
Yes, you do. Yes. So.
Okay, so now we're in the kitchen, and y'all take a look at that counter. Even though she's in that space and she could, burn up some time and busy herself with cleaning the space up, all of it, not doing it.
Why is there a Nike sock in here? There's a whole bunch of. So I have this pot.
Why are you smelling the pot? You don't know if it's clean? Did you wash it?
I can cook the Indomie in.
Do you really need a pot that big to cook the noodles? I think you can use a smaller one.
So let me try that. Gotta hurry up.
Okay, I'm gonna blow this up. Y'all look behind her. She has not wiped off that counter. And she can try to sit there and say, "Oh, I have to clean again," but she never cleaned the counter. You can tell. Look at all this stuff. That's not paint, that's just dust and dirt. So she's going to be cooking in a space where the countertops are filthy.
Rinse this. Before the water runs out. Well, Salah showed me today, Chantel G, but I'm nervous. So basically, you turn the gas on till you hear the gas turn on, and then you take a lighter right up to the gas and you light it.
Ah, here we go. I was wondering if that burner should be used inside. ECP answers the question, saying in the Philippines, we only use those outside. They are meant to be used outside.
Kevin got left home alone. So I'm kind of freaked out a little bit. In the Philippines, we only use those outside? Really?
Yeah.
Here, everyone uses them inside ECP.
How do you know that? Who do you know in Syria that uses them inside?
But you do a lot of the cooking outside, right, in the Philippines? Did you hear about a guy named Elliot Eastman, a tourist who got kidnapped in the Philippines because he lived in a really bad zone? Have you heard about that area, the ECP? I don't know if you heard about that case. A counter's just a raised floor. I think there's a bird in the house.
Here we go. Another person chiming in on the burner situation. Miss Casual Vlogger says you are not supposed to use them inside.
You hear that? Sounds like a bird. Bats don't chirp, they screech. New pet, bees. Okay, should I go try the gas cylinder? Maybe you should let Salah light it the first.
And here's the burner in question. You can easily tell that is not anything that should be used inside. It's far too big. It's set up way too high. How can that possibly be safe?
That was pretty easy.
I wonder if Salah got her that, because if there are people that might be feeding Chantal and they're feeding her healthy food, she's like, nah, screw that. I want a way to cook my junk food.
Vitamins. One a day, women's. Oh, I think it's finished. Done. Doesn't take long for Indomie to cook. Right? We'll just leave the lid on for a minute. I used the bottled water. Yeah. Thank you, Natalie.
Oh Lord, you know what? She's eating Indomie. No, and eating it out of a salad bowl. I can't. Look, we're done here. I don't want to watch her eat. Nah. Now we got enough. It's good. I hope you guys have enjoyed this react. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.